The Success Hunger, Session 1. Awakening the Hunger and Building Discipline. Written by Daniel Eremesele, presented by Dana Media. Opening narration. What separates the person who merely wants success from the person who steadily creates it? The answer is not talent alone, money alone, or a perfect opportunity. It is hunger, a clear and disciplined desire that refuses to remain only a wish. Welcome to Dana Media. You are listening to The Success Hunger, how to build a healthy obsession for business and personal growth. This series is about developing focused ambition without sacrificing character, health, faith, relationships, or peace. Introduction. The fire that must be directed. Hunger is more than a wish. Many people want success, but wanting is not the same as hunger. A wish is comfortable. It visits the mind when circumstances are convenient and disappears when effort becomes demanding. Hunger is different. Hunger creates movement. It turns an idea into a priority and a priority into a pattern of action. It keeps a person learning after the excitement has faded and working when applause is absent. This book is about developing that kind of hunger deliberately. It does not promote anxiety, exhaustion, greed, or the destruction of healthy relationships. A healthy obsession is concentrated commitment, the decision to organize your attention, habits and resources around a meaningful goal while remaining guided by character, responsibility and wisdom. The purpose of this book. Business success requires more than inspiration. It requires the ability to identify value, understand people, solve problems, communicate clearly, manage resources and continue improving. Personal success also requires self-knowledge, discipline, resilience and a definition of achievement that is not borrowed from someone else. The following chapters will help you create an inner drive that can survive delay, rejection and uncertainty. Each chapter ends with questions and actions because hunger becomes powerful only when it is translated into behavior. Read with honesty. Do not rush merely to finish. Choose one principle at a time and practice it until it becomes part of your life. Chapter 1. Awakening the Desire to Grow. Comfort has a hidden price. Comfort is not always rest. Sometimes it is the quiet agreement to remain smaller than your potential. It persuades people to repeat familiar routines even when those routines no longer produce progress. The cost is rarely visible in one day. It appears slowly as unused ability, delayed decisions, declining confidence and years spent waiting for ideal conditions. Hunger begins when you become honest about that cost. Ask what your present habits will produce if nothing changes for the next 3 years. This question is not designed to create shame. It is designed to create clarity. Dissatisfaction becomes useful when it points towards responsibility rather than bitterness. Give desire a reason. Sustained ambition needs a reason deeper than appearance. Money can be a valid goal, but money alone may not hold you steady through uncertainty. Connect your growth to people you want to serve, problems you want to solve, responsibilities you want to carry and the person you want to become. A meaningful reason transforms effort from punishment into investment. Write a statement beginning with, "I must grow because," complete it without trying to impress anyone. The answer should be personal enough to move you and clear enough to guide a difficult decision. Action practice. List 3 areas where comfort has delayed your growth. Choose one small action you can complete within 24 hours. Make the phone call, research the market, outline the offer, register for the course or begin the first page. Hunger grows when you prove to yourself that intention can become action. Chapter 2. Choosing a target worth pursuing. Unfocused hunger becomes frustration. Energy without direction produces motion but not progress. A person can work from morning until night and still remain far from a meaningful result because effort is scattered across too many goals. Healthy obsession begins with selection. You must decide which opportunity deserves your best attention during this season. A worthy target is specific, valuable and measurable. "I want to succeed in business" is too broad. "I will validate a service for small businesses and secure my first 10 paying clients within 6 months creates direction. The target can change when evidence demands it, but it must be clear enough to organize today's actions. Separate your goal from other people's approval. Some goals are adopted because they look impressive online. They may produce attention without producing fulfillment, stability, or value. Before committing, ask, would I still pursue this if nobody applauded during the early stage? Does it use or develop my strengths? Does it solve a real problem? Am I willing to accept the responsibilities attached to success? A goal worth pursuing should challenge you without requiring you to betray your values. It should stretch your capacity and invite service, not merely comparison. Action practice. Write one 12-month business target and one 12-month personal development target. For each, define the evidence that would show progress. Then identify one goal you will postpone so your chosen priorities receive enough attention. Chapter 3. From Motivation to Discipline. Motivation opens the door. Motivation is valuable, but it is temporary. It often rises after a powerful conversation, a new idea, or a painful disappointment. If action depends entirely on emotion, consistency will disappear as soon as ordinary life returns. Discipline is the structure that keeps desire alive when feelings change. Disciplined people do not always feel ready. They reduce the number of decisions required to begin. They choose a working time, define the next task, and prepare the environment in advance. The goal is not to become mechanical. It is to protect important work from unstable moods. Build a minimum standard. Create a minimum action that you can maintain even on difficult days. A writer may commit to 300 words. A salesperson may contact 5 prospects. A student may study for 20 focus minutes. The minimum should be small enough to repeat and meaningful enough to preserve momentum. On strong days, do more. On weak days, protect the minimum. This approach prevents the all-or-nothing cycle in which people work intensely, collapse, and then abandon the goal. Action practice. Design a daily minimum for your main goal. Decide when and where it will happen, what could interrupt it, and how you will respond. Track completion for 14 days without demanding perfection. If you miss once, return at the next opportunity instead of turning one interruption into a pattern. Chapter 4. Training your attention. Attention is a business asset. Success depends not only on time but on the quality of attention placed inside time. Constant notifications, unfinished conversations, and rapid switching make serious work shallow. A hungry person must learn to protect concentration because every worthwhile business requires periods of thinking, creating, analyzing, and deciding. Protecting focus does not require disappearing from the world. It requires boundaries. Turn off unnecessary alerts, place the phone out of reach, close unrelated tabs, and define a single result for each work session. When the mind wanders, return without anger. Focus becomes stronger through repeated recovery. Control your information diet. What you repeatedly consume shapes what you notice and desire. Useful information can expand possibility, but endless motivational content can create the illusion of progress. Learn from people with evidence, not merely confidence. Balance inspiration with instruction and instruction with implementation. For every hour spent consuming business content, schedule time to apply one idea. Knowledge that never reaches action becomes mental clutter. Action practice. Create one 60-minute focus block tomorrow. Write the desired result at the top of a page. Remove distractions and work on nothing else until the block ends. Afterwards, record what helped, what interrupted you, and what you will change next time. Chapter 5. Turning hunger into business value. Success follows useful contribution. Business hunger must be directed towards value, not simply revenue. Revenue is the result of an exchange. People give money when they believe a product or service will solve a problem, create a benefit, reduce a risk, or provide a meaningful experience. The stronger your understanding of the customer, the more intelligently you can create. Do not begin by asking only, what can I sell? Ask, who is struggling, what are they trying to achieve, and what is making it difficult? Listen to the words customers use. Their frustrations, Questions and buying behavior reveal opportunities that imagination alone may miss. Become obsessed with improvement. A healthy business obsession is customer-centered. It studies feedback without becoming controlled by every opinion. It measures what works, corrects what fails, and improves the offer step by step. Your first version does not need to be perfect. It must be useful enough to test honestly. Quality grows through cycles of creation, feedback, and refinement. Pride hides weaknesses. Hunger examines them. Build the courage to hear no, ask why, and use the answer as information rather than a verdict on your worth. Action practice. Speak with 3 people who resemble your intended customer. Ask what they are trying to achieve, what they have already attempted, and what a good solution would change for them. Do not sell during the conversation. Listen, take notes, and look for repeated patterns. Chapter 6. The courage to begin small. Small beginnings test serious desire. Many dreams remain inactive because their owners believe the beginning must look impressive. They wait for a perfect office, large audience, complete funding, or flawless confidence. Yet strong businesses often begin as small experiments. A modest beginning allows you to learn before the cost of error becomes high. Starting small is not thinking small. It is giving a large vision a practical first form. The first client, prototype, workshop, product page, or sales conversation creates evidence. Evidence teaches more than endless imagination. Replace embarrassment with experimentation. Beginners often fear looking inexperienced. This fear encourages secrecy and delay. Adopt the language of testing. I am testing an offer. I am learning what customers value, or I am improving this process. Experimentation gives you permission to collect information without pretending to know everything. Remain honest about what you can deliver. Do not exaggerate results or accept responsibilities beyond your capacity. Trust grows when ambition is matched by integrity. Action practice. Define the smallest ethical version of your business idea that can be tested within 7 days. Specify the customer, problem, offer, price, and delivery method. Your goal is not to build the entire company. Your goal is to learn whether real people value the solution. Closing narration. In Session 2, we will move from inner discipline to the realities of selling, rejection, resilience, systems, sustainable ambition, and becoming the person who can carry success. If this session has challenged you, write one action you will take today in the comments. Subscribe to Dana Media so you do not miss Session 2. And share this message with someone who is ready to turn ambition into disciplined progress. Dana Media. Ideas that build people. We sincerely appreciate the time you have spent with us. We look forward to connecting with you again. Until then, remain blessed, continue exploring the treasures God has placed within you, and remember to listen to our other inspirational materials. We would be grateful to receive your feedback and hear how this audiobook has blessed, encouraged, or transformed your life. Please help us to like and subscribe to our channel to help us reach more people. Thank you once again.